And talking about deals, what's your deal for the coming year? Talking about 2025. Well, we have a guest in the studio to talk to us about, plans people make in the coming year and looking at it from a holistic view for Nigeria. We have in the studio Pastor Michael Adewale Akonde. He's a superintendent, Christ Apostolic Church, Gwagwalada, here in Abuja. Thank you so much for joining us, Pastor. Thank you for joining us, Pastor.
Well done, ma.
All right.
Yeah, well done.
Glad to have you. Given 2024 is almost over, less than 48 hours, if I will say, but it's good, we have an idea of how the past has fared, on a general note, and what lessons can we take away from the past year in order to shape the incoming year?
As a person looking into this outgoing year, you could see a lot of increase in prices of commodities. The economy is rising at an alarming rate. And looking at that, a reasonable person must have a reasonable goal against the coming year. Like somebody said, a person that does not have goals is a goat. So you need to plan ahead and see how you can cope. You don't have to be thinking about the past, but be planning reasonably how to match up with the challenges in the coming year so that you will not be lagging behind and you'll be able to survive in whatever situation you find yourself. Globally, we know that economy is rising everywhere, and one have to have a reasonable goal towards that. And when we talk of goals, the best goal is what we call SMART, where we say S means it must be specific, M stands for measurable, A stands for achievable, R stands for realistic, and it must have time factor. Now, within the 1 year, which is 12 months of the year, what are the things I need to put in place so that I will not regret? Because life is about time.
Yes.
Once you are wasting your time, you are wasting your life.
Pastor, they said if you fail to plan, then you've planned to fail.
That is it.
Yeah,
that is
it. Talking about planning, a lot of people have set goals. Even I have set goals for myself.
Yes.
But what's the approach, as people begin the year, in terms of being realistic with these goals you've set for yourself?
Yes. So you have to think of what you could do, you could lay your hands upon, that can survive you in the midst of storm and no matter what comes up. So you must have a goal that you'll be able to achieve. That's why I say there is achievable, not something you will not be able to achieve. And you break it into a smaller portions that you'll be able to achieve them bit by bit. For example, as a man of God, I have to think of how to reach souls. We are living in a corrupt society, and I'm being called to be an evangelist to preach the gospel to souls. So why people are pursuing money, we need to pursue their souls so that they can make heaven at the end of their life. Not only that they will live godly in this simple world, and our society will become a better place to live by. That will not just be thinking of money alone, but we think of how we can live together and peaceably without any rancor or confusion.
And talking about, putting your heart right, one must cultivate a positive mindset.
Yes.
What would you advise Nigerians, in their approach in the coming year, especially with what has played out 2024? We're in the renewed hope era. What hope do you think Nigerians should have?
I think the most important thing is that Nigerians should pursue God. There is a saying in the Bible that the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. When all of us have God controlling our lives, reigning our lives, we will live godly and we'll be able to endure in no matter the situation. You know that no matter how tough the situation may be, you will come out of it. So, but when you don't have the fear of God, you can misbehave and try to undo things illegally that can lead to destruction and other things, even loss of lives. But if we have God in our lives controlling us, we'll be able to be at patient with the government, with ourselves, believing that with God, all things are possible and life can change for better.
Indeed, and on a final note, just in case, we're not trying to be pessimistic here,
Okay.
just in case, you know, towards the middle of the year, in the coming year, and your goals doesn't go as planned, what should an individual do? Do you give up or you just push?
No. You don't give up. You don't retire, but you refire, as I always say. So no matter the situation, once you believe in God, you know with God all things are possible. Things may not go the way you plan, but you must maintain your stand. If you can continue to stand on what you believe, with time, things will change. Somebody say, it is risky not to take a risk. So you have to believe that with God on your side, you will achieve your goals.
Indeed. Thank you so much, Pastor Michael Adewale Akonde. He's the Superintendent, Christ Apostolic Church here in Abuja. Thank you so much for the insight. And we'll keep that hope alive because 2025 is looking promising already.
Thank you.
All right.
God bless you.
God bless you too.
Thank you.
Let's take
Have
a break.
Have a wonderful day.
You too, Pastor. Let's